Good morning. My name is Dario Kai, and today I want to talk about the advancements of personal cars and how they have improved our lives over the years. So first, let's talk about the wheel. The oldest wheel archaeologists have found is believed to be from 3500 BCE in Mesopotamia. These same archaeologists believe that the wheel, instead of being used for transportation, it was used for the making of pottery. We owe the transportation part of the wheel to the Romans and the Olympic Games. The Romans used a small two-wheeled chariot powered by four horses used to race in an oval race similar to those we see in NASCAR today. Fast forward to 1885, and Carl Benz patented the first automobile. Although it looks more like a bike, it did have the first gasoline engine. Then, in 1931, Henry Ford not only creates a very good car for its time, but also a relatively affordable one, with the creation of the assembly line, which made it significantly cheaper than before. This was a very brief summary of the story of automobiles. There are so many other names that made possible the creation of the cars. So now this is all very exciting, but what's the point, you may ask? Well, cars have made our lives 1,000 times easier. We can travel from short to long distance trips every day thanks to our cars. But that's just the definition of a car. I want to go more in depth and talk about those new advancements in the cars that have truly made our lives much better. Number one, backup cameras. This technology implemented to cars has truly changed the way we drive and even more so the way we park. Thanks to backup cameras, we don't have to go through the struggle of turning our heads backwards as we park, and with lines drawn in the screen to give depth perceptions, we can see if a small object is behind us. Number two on the list, next to cameras, are sensors. Those have prevented a lot of accidents here in 49th Street. So, the way these sensors work is by the proximity or proximity combined with speed. In theory, with lane detection sensors specifically, once you go beyond a certain speed, it notices the intermittent lines as a solid one, which makes the computer of the car know the size of the lane, and then once you get too close to the lane or about to cross it, it alerts the driver by beeping. A similar concept applies to parking sensors, which only need proximity to work. Once you get too close to another car or a wall, it will make a sound to let you know. Number three then in this list would be the design of the car itself. With environmental laws and concerns for the environment, the car industry had to develop better catalytic converters which get those bad gases that the engine produces and mix it into carbon dioxide and water that come out of the exhaust. Moreover, to reduce gasoline consumption, the implementation of turbochargers in family cars are each day more common. The idea of a turbocharger is to increment the engine power by pushing more air into the engine instead of more fuel. The creation of liquor designs has also helped reduce the fuel consumption by improving airflow around the car and reducing drag. This is all being done so that our impact in the environment is reduced as much as possible. Number four in our list is safety. Regardless of how advanced sensors are and how much they reduce the chances of being in an accident, it's always good to have reassurance that one can sustain a collision. To make sure of this, car manufacturers go through collision tests before letting the car go to the public. Additionally, the cars of today have a minimum of 4 airbags and as much as 10 in some models. Moreover, seatbelts are a mandatory regulation in the car industry, and with the implementation of traction control systems and ABS, getting into an accident that will cost someone their life are much more scarce. So finally, number five is security. The implementation of anti-theft systems and alarms have made the vehicles much more secure and less likely to be robbed. Besides, there are some cars that provide an emergency call to the authorities if anything ever happens. And features like keyless entry make our lives safer since we don't have to look for the keys in the dark parking lot. In conclusion, The advancements incorporated to the car industry have truly changed the way we drive to work or travel to another state. All the new features that we take for granted today, years ago, were a mystery, and I believe that these amazing machines and the people who create them deserve our appreciation for impacting our lives the way they have, and I hope to become one of them in the future. Thank you for your time.